Okay, there we go. We're live. I'm live. All right. Um. Da, da, da. Why is it like this though? Oh dear, I seem to have messed something up. Oh boy. Oops. Oh well. Hopefully, some people drop in. Oh, hello, doll. How are you tonight? Um, I'm just randomly here. Don't ask me why. I guess because I have nothing better to do. So, yeah. But yeah, I hope your night is going well. I looked at the microphone like I'm speaking to you, like you're right here. So weird. So it's going to be one of those nights. I did it again. Oh my gosh. It's going to be one of those nights for me. Okay. Oh, was I supposed to hit something here? Yes, I was. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is definitely going to be one of those days or nights. Things aren't popping up the way they're supposed to pop up. Things aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. I am freezing. You see, I don't have a hoodie on and it all goes down the toilet. That's what happened here. But anyway, I do hope you're having a good day, good night. Everything has been smooth sailing. What's going on in your world at the moment? If you can share that, which if you can't, I understand. Keep your secrets. All right, I can close you out. Okay, good. Um, I am still planning this month's Unexplained Possibilities podcast. I reached out to someone. I don't know if they're gonna get back to me in time or not, which is okay if they don't, because we'll just do it for uh, January. Hello, Paranormal Witch. Welcome. I'm probably not going to be on too long. I'm just kind of yapping and passing time, and yeah. So, it not don't ignore the man behind the curtain, but don't get upset if he's not here for too much longer. Just kind of had free time, and it has been a weird day. Well, not a weird day, but this instance is weird, and I feel naked without my hoodie. So, anyway, yeah. So, kind of reached out to someone to come on Unexplained this month, and I don't know if they're gonna get back to me in time or not. If they do, awesome. If they don't, that's okay. We'll just do it in January. But there is a show with Niema and myself planned. Hopefully, Bonnie can make that show. That'll be interesting to say the least, and a few other things. And what was I doing today? Oh, yes, I was uploading stuff on the second channel. Well, my actual personal channel that I have neglected for 8 months. So if you guys are into gaming, go check that out. Crimson Gaming. I'm not very good at it, but whatever. It's my therapy. It's how I get stress out. But Paranormal Witch, how are you doing? Is everything a-okay in your neck of the woods? Which is, I think, somewhere down south. Well, south going east for me anyway. Although technically, I guess you would be in the west. Whatever. Hopefully, just things are going good for you down there. Um, I was doing some reading, listening to some people, and turns out Neptune's being a prick and affecting energies. Way to go, Neptune. You prick. Nah, I don't know how true the astrology end of things are, but. Oh, hello, Eternal Crow. Welcome. I'm just kicking back, yapping for a little bit. We'll pull some cards for someone. Um, so yeah, welcome. Enjoy. Laugh at me. or laugh with me. Yes, don't laugh at me. Laugh with me, my friend. Yes, everyone should just burst out a very evil laugh just because. So, 1, 2, 3. All right. So, if you're around someone, they just looked at you like you're crazy. But yeah, so Neptune's being a prick, which is fine. You know, all the planets are pricks sometimes. And and I am itchy. Oh my gosh. You guys ever want to scratch under your arms? Like, I have an itch right there and I want to, but I'm on camera, so I don't think I can do that. I want to, but I will not. Oh, and there we go. So this thing is working correctly. Well, yes, it's supposed to be creepy. That's why I said do the evil laugh with me, and freak somebody out. Oh, so this is something else that was interesting that I was reading up on. This has nothing to do with the paranormal or supernatural. This is, day-to-day life stuff. But you guys, I'm sure you know the book slash movie, The Lovely Bones. The woman behind it, she said that she was raped, and she pointed the finger at the guy apparently who did it, but turns out he didn't do it. This guy was in jail for 14 years for a crime he didn't do. Yes, Neptune is the one with the trident. I'm sorry, I was looking at Doll's comment here and that got me. But yeah, 14 years for a crime he didn't do. I, I mean, that's terrible. That is terrible. Yes, I believe something happened to her, but man, 14 years. And then I'm sure you guys have heard Kevin Strickland, who was recently exonerated. 42, 43 years in prison for a crime he didn't do. And the worst part is, because of how Missouri is set up, their laws, they don't have to pay him a dime because he wasn't exonerated by DNA evidence. Isn't that some mess? They took 42, 43 years of his life, and he has nothing to show for it. Heartbreaking. Oh, that's right. You did have surgery not too long ago, but I'm happy you're recovering. Get better and heal up soon so you could do some backflips, man. I'm waiting. If you just somehow film yourself doing some backflips, I will. I don't know. I will be ecstatic. That would make my day. So, come on, Paranormal Witch, make Melvin's day. So, with Kevin Strickland, it was actually really cool seeing the community kind of come together for him. It's no kinda. A community came together. It will renew faith in humanity. They were able to raise over $1 million for him, for Kevin Strickland, which is awesome. Now, the other guy who was accused of rape, which he didn't do, and spent 14 years of his life, yes, I think he can indeed sue. Let me find this woman's name. It's bugging me that I can't think of her name. Give me 1 second, because what is your name, lady? Your name is... That's not you. Why'd you guys bring up the movie? I mean, it's a very good movie. I enjoyed it. I have not read the book, though. So, Alice Sebold, that's her name. Yes, so he definitely can sue Alice Sebold. Will he? I don't know. He said that he has forgiven her, but I gotta be honest with you. I wouldn't. I would be very, very, very upset. And I wouldn't forgive her. I would go after her for every cent that she had for taking 14 years of my life. In Kevin Strickland's case, it's nothing he can do. Like, for him, Sickening. But for him, the people who did commit the murder and they said that he didn't do it, they spent 10 years in jail. They're free. The one witness who pointed the finger at him, she was fighting so hard to say like, "Hey, he didn't do it. I made a mistake. I was coerced into this." Um, and yeah, so it just sucks, man. Oh, I know it's a slow process. Don't worry. But when you're all healed up, I'm expecting you to do backflips. I'm sorry. It's something that has to happen. So, I'm putting you on record now. I'm putting it on record, Paranormal Witch. You have to do backflips once you're 100%. I'll do a cartwheel and you do backflips. But seriously though, I am happy that, the surgery, it seems to be a success. It's just getting back to 100%. That's the hard part. It's always the hard part. Okay. So, let's jump into some paranormal talk, supernatural talk, alien talk, whatever. Hey, do you guys actually know the difference between the paranormal and supernatural? Because there is a difference. Ooh, kidney stones. Yikes. I'm glad those things are out of you. Yeah, okay. Well, you will heal up, but man, no more soda. Okay, so it's very interesting because sometimes people will use the terms interchangeably. It's like, oh, this is paranormal, and yes, the supernatural, and sometimes they shouldn't be used like that. To put it as simply as possible, the paranormal are, well, of course, paranormal witch. You would know, but to put it simply, the paranormal is events that science can explain or one day will be able to explain. So ghosts would be explainable. Freaking uh Gosh, now I have a mind fart. I mean, technically aliens would be explainable by science, proven by science. A few other things. With the supernatural, it can't be explained. So, for instance, magic, depending on the type, would be considered supernatural. Fae would be considered supernatural because, and this is if we look at Fae as magical beings. And I know when I say Fae, most people immediately think of fairies or something like that, which is fine. But science can't explain that. It's like, what the heck is this thing? Some type of it goes against every single act of science that we know of, and it's like, you know. But yeah, the paranormal supernatural is very, very interesting. The two words. Bigfoot would be paranormal because science can one day explain Bigfoot. Now, will it be able to explain why there's actually no really hardcore evidence of Bigfoot? I don't know. That's a different story. But at least it can explain Bigfoot. So I'll take that. That's a win, right? Can a god be considered paranormal or supernatural? I'm leaning towards supernatural if it's a god from a different dimension. So I guess for example's sake, the Olympians would be considered supernatural. We cannot explain them. They are somewhere else. They are literally above us. I don't actually think they are above us, but it's just for example's sake. They are above us, and they are capable of doing things that they should not be capable of doing, that science says it's impossible. So it's pretty cool looking at it and thinking about it and all that good stuff. Yeah, succubus, incubus, not only are they supernatural, but they're freaks. So yeah. um I know someone who try to summon an incubus. She was having an itch, we'll say, and it's one of those things where it's like, are you sure you want to do that? I mean, because you're only looking at the surface. From what I understand, succubus and incubus, they can become very obsessive, and you know, we you don't want that energy in your life. No one wants that obsessiveness. And how do you get rid of that when you allow it in? So you got to be careful when you're messing around with that. Yeah, I don't think I would want to mess around with the succubus or an incubus. But people are daredevils, so yeah. There you see. Look at that. Paranormal witch and I, we're on the same page. She knows. Actually, paranormal witch. Wait a second. Are you speaking from experience here? That's a joke. That's a terrible joke. I'm sorry. You can shame me for that terrible, terrible joke. No, I don't think Till Swan is a succubus. I think Till Swan has had a very hard upbringing, and I think her heart is in the right place, but I think she gives out some bad info. But I don't think she's a succubus. I just think she's someone who has had a lot of problems. She is someone I wouldn't mind speaking to, though. But I think we're just way too small to be a blimp on her radar at the moment. So hopefully, if Unexplained Possibilities is able to grow bigger, then yeah, I would love to speak with her. Um, but no, I don't think she's a succubus. I think she's a little misguided, and I think she's had a really, really bad upbringing. Well, I'm just telling you what I think. You asked, I answered. That's just what I think, you know. But I still wouldn't mind speaking with her. Um, yeah, I don't know how many people. I don't know how many people would actually be a succubus or an incubus in okay in physical form. I don't know too many. I don't know if you guys heard that horn or not. That's why I said okay. Um, yeah, I mean, I doubt they would take physical form, because why would they? Why should they? They limit themselves. Ooh, black-eyed children are interesting. So if you guys ever want to freak out Niema, bring up black-eyed kids, and the lore with them is so weird because it's too much. Part of it stems from vampiric lore, part of it is alien lore, part of it is government conspiracy, another part is werewolf lore. It's crazy with black eyed children, and it's like I don't know what is what with them, but they are very interesting to research and talk about. Um, I think the CIA have definitely, well, maybe not the CIA, but some alphabet agency that we don't know about. I I can see them having their hands in messing around spiritually with people and all that. I mean, there's MK Ultra. We know that they were trying to build a super psychic army and stuff like that. So it's not far fetched. We know they do this crazy mess. So yeah, I don't think you're wrong, doll. It's just we will never truly know about it unless somebody comes forth and they have all the proof. And that's the other thing. You could talk about it, someone can come forth, but if they have no proof, then we're just like, yeah. Uh, well, yeah, it's to two things. Part of it could be to freak people out, doll, and the other part is to get close to them. Oftentimes you will hear when it comes to hauntings, an entity will mimic a child because we see children as innocent and somewhat trustworthy, and they can use that to get close to us, feed off of us, take advantage, whatever. Now, saying that, depending on the person, they'll say, "Oh, it's a demon mimicking this," when chances are it isn't. Um, from my research and just speaking with various occultists and witches and all of them, I don't think it, and paranormal investigators, I don't think demons are as widespread as people think they are. And it's a lot of human spirits because, yeah, humans can be demons from a certain point of view. And a good example of this is it goes to reasoning and mindset. If you want to be seen as a big bad and you want to be this evil guy or whatever, and you shed the physical body and you are now in the spiritual form, you can morph yourself into being whatever you want to be, what you feel you should be. And sometimes they take on this look of a monster, and we will call that a demon, even though it's not. But I hope you guys get what I'm saying with that. Really, Child's Play freaked you out? I think I might be a little bit of a sociopath because I quite like Child's Play. Well, the first three movies, anyway. I thought freaking Chucky, Charles, what was his name in there? Charles Lee Roth? I can't remember his name, but I thought he was freaking hilarious. His voice and how he was doing things and just his annoyance. I I never found Child's Play scary. I found it funny because of the voice actor. I just thought it was something hilarious about it. So yes, I might be a little bit of a sociopath. I hope not, but if I am, I am. So it's always weird. Now, Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, that's freaky. Friday the 13th, not freaky. Very interesting, unique kills, but not freaky. Halloween, again, not freaky or scary per se, but not something I would want to deal with, But Child's Play, freaking hilarious. Gosh, Child's Play is funny. Not the new movies. I hate everything after Bride of Chucky was just hot garbage. Ugh. So I don't know how people can like that. Yeah, I will pull some cards. Geez, doll, you're just like, are we pulling cards, Melvin? Get to it, darn it! I don't want to hear about this nonsense. Pull the cards. Well, fine, doll, fine. I don't know what cards to pull. Oh, hi, Gabby. Welcome. We're just hanging out, yapping a little bit, and Doll is making me pull some cards, so I have to follow her. She's the queen bee, apparently. I have never met my doppelganger anyway, but I've spoken to, oh, hi, Patty. You better be working out. I've spoken to a friend of mine who is in one of the Carolinas, I think North Carolina, and she said that she saw my doppelganger, which is quite interesting. You know what? I can believe that. I mean, 5 people who look like me, yeah, that's fine as long as they don't have the same personality. But then that raises the question: are they the good you, or are you the bad you? And who is good, who is bad, and who's just plain evil? So what if all this time you think you're the good doppelganger, but really you're the bad one? Man, that would blow my mind. Okay. Anyway, um, so we'll just start off with a couple of oracle cards, and this is from Oracle of Emanations, and woo, and I don't know what's going to come out. I don't know who's going to get what or what is going to be what. I tell you what, we'll just do a general for right now before I just pick somebody at random. So this is, well, that happened. All right, card came out by itself. It is a name that I can't pronounce, but it is the left hand judgment. Javura. Close enough. Oh, that's right. It's going to be a glare because I have not gotten the new lighting yet. Eventually, I will get it. But, oh no, it's not too bad of a glare. Well, how do you like that, guys? You can actually see the card. But yes, Jeruva. This is an emanation. The left hand. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, shadow. Too high in the shadow. God, these cards, I can't get over how good looking they are. Now, if I'm going by this, you know, we usually give with our right and receive with our left. Oh, but it's also Christmas time too, so I don't think this will be very good. But yeah, we give with our right, we receive with our left. So, evidently it is the time of giving and receiving. But I want to say this is money that will be given and money that will be received. It's a long time coming as well. It's almost like, man, I've been waiting for this. I need this check. So I think money will be coming. That would be awesome because Lord knows we all pay out too freaking much. Yeah, give with your right, receive with your left. Well, my hoodie is, well, one of them. I have like 5 of them, but I usually only wear one of 3 on stream. But it's I'm not getting up to get it. Let's just put it that way. Well, I don't know, Paranormal Witch. That's why I said this is just a general thing before I do something for individuals. But yeah, I think we're gonna receive money. I think money will be coming. Receiving with your left. So make sure you guys have your left hand out and you say, well, since it's all ladies in chat right now, pay the lady. Unless you're left-handed, then that usually means you're going to give with your left. But in this case, we'll keep it to you're going to be receiving. All right. Let's pull one more. One more. Let's see what we got. This one seems nice. Ooh. Wow, these two look very similar. Okay, I pulled 2 more, not 1 more. We'll go with the one that just popped out a little bit by itself first, and this is Simkiel, the Angel of Vengeance. Again, beautiful, beautiful card. So, with this guy, it's 2 things I'm getting from this. One is if you want to get back at someone, you'll have opportunity to get back at them. If someone has hurt you in some way, you'll have opportunity to get back at them. But the second thing, it's almost like you'll get back at them by not caring about them and living your best life. That's how you're going to get your vengeance. This is almost like karma coming around. Yeah, it's almost like karma. Karma coming back to get someone. Someone who's just made you angry, or they've taken from you. You know, that's the biggest thing. Taken from you. Oh, snap. So maybe you were supposed to get something from someone and they took from you. You didn't receive it yet. But this is, I want to get you back in a bad way. It's like, so I think someone is going to get hurt who has done you wrong, but at the same time, it's almost like, don't worry about them. People who did you wrong in some way, forget about them. You don't have to forgive them. You know, a lot of people, they'll say that, oh, you got to forgive and forget. And no, I won't say that. You don't have to forgive them, but try not to give them your energy. Try not to think about them, because they will get theirs. That energy is circling around and they will get theirs, and they will hurt in a way where you won't even know they're hurting, which is the best way, because they'll have to keep silent and to themselves. Gosh, that's a little sad though. Hmm. Yeah, okay. And this next one, oh gosh, I can't say this name. I'm gonna butcher it, but Estebus. Oh, I can't say it. Estebus, the angel of divination. Also a pretty card. So with her, well, it looks like we're gonna have couple little witches here. With her, it's almost saying, what do you see? What do you foresee for yourself? And are you on the path to fulfill that? We all see something in our lives that we want to get. We all see a goal. We all create a goal. But what do we do to advance towards that goal? This is seeing your life, planning your life, but also working towards what it is that you see. Do you work towards what it is that you see? So it looks like people in here are blessed in the sense of having a darn good intuition. Do they follow or listen to their intuition? That's a different story. But darn good intuition, and even perhaps a knowledge of foresight, but not doing what they should do with it. It's trusting your intuition, trusting your sight, your instincts, and going forth. Not just seeing, but putting into action. Someone sees, but they don't put it into action. It's more like a hope. I hope this works. It should work. I planned it, so it should work, but it's no putting it into action. And my gosh, why do I smell a cologne? Or is it the car? I think it's the cards. Which is weird. I don't know why. What the heck? I don't know where they got that smell from. They did not smell like this before. Oh, no, I don't associate with any gods or goddesses. Nothing like that. I mean, you can if you want, though. But no, I do not. That's not to say I don't believe in a decent chunk of them, because over here, this is voodoo, Papa Legba's Veve, but I don't speak to Papa Legba or work with him or anything like that. I certainly believe in him, though. Actually, if you guys haven't checked it out yet, be sure to check out my talk with Bokur Papa Smoke. That was a good talk. If you're interested in voodoo and you want to learn a bit more about it, he's a really, really cool guy, interesting guy. He can be intense, but really, really awesome guy. So, from the House of Smoke, Papa Smoke, definitely check him out. Awesome, awesome, awesome. But going back to what Dahl said, no, I do not associate with. Oh, Mel's here. I do not associate with any gods or goddesses. I do believe they exist. Jesus Christ, how much mail did I get? I do believe they exist. Um, I have felt energies of some, but that was thanks to another person who was going through mess. And oh boy, what a story. And some have visited, but no more than that. I think one of my biggest issues is I see myself as a god, so to speak, and I should probably explain that better. Well, it's only 5 p.m. over here, so when I say I see myself as a god, I don't mean like I am like a Christian god or freaking Zeus and I'm shoving a lightning bolt up your butt. No, I see myself as being a creator like they are. I see myself as obtaining an understanding of what lies beyond the physical world, the physical body, the physical universe. That's what I mean by when I see myself as a god, I see myself as an equal. Why I'm living a physical life, I have no idea. And if what people say is true about us choosing the lives we live, then I am literally going to have to kick myself in the butt because I messed up. What do you guys think about gods and goddesses, and do you associate with any out of curiosity? This is the Rackham Tarot. I don't know why I picked this deck up. I just got it, so I guess we're gonna pull for someone. So whoever says pull for me first will get it. Oh, hello, Owen. Welcome. So we're just hanging out, yapping. I'm gonna pull some cards for a few people. All good, paranormal witch. Get your phone call. I have mail. Doll beat you to it, Gabby. So, haha, quicker on the draw. Oh, I wanted to make an adult joke so badly right then and there. Okay, but yeah, I think sometimes people give too much credit to gods and goddesses and not enough love and credit to ourselves, as weird as that sounds. Sometimes we have to be our own gods and our own goddesses. We have to realize that we have the power that they have. It's just we are in a physical form and it might not come out the same way as, say, working with Belial. Oh, you're gonna rock it. Don't worry. I know you're making sure you get everything right. I get your paranormal witch, but you're gonna do great. And no, doll, I'm not gonna make it. No, I am a quarter professional here. All right. But doll, do you have a specific question or just let the cards fall out? Whatever you prefer, whatever you want. Jesus Christ. And this deck is not liking me at the moment. Come on, Raphael, loosen up. They come from a land down under. Owen, wait a second. Where have I seen? You're from Malice's thing. Not only that, I think I saw you in from time to time in Melinda's. I think I seen you in the comment section on one of her videos or something. I think. I don't know. It's been a while. Like, I don't actively look at her stuff. Okay. Oh, wow. Now I got a text? What the heck? Give me 1 second, doll, and I will do that for you. Alright, there we go. Sorry. Alright, so about Lee. Anything specific you want to know about him, or just whatever? Hey, Maeve. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Almost did a bear in the big blue house thing. At the moment, these cards are not being nice to me. They are, I don't know, they're resistant and heavy to the point where I don't think I'm going to use them. I think I actually am going to use the Tarot Sexual Magic for you, doll. Because for some reason, those cards were not... They weren't feeling it. Okay. These are feeling it. Alright. So, evidently the other cards are being grumpy. But this is for Doll, aka Eridani Cosmetai Creations. Whew. As close as I can get with that name. What can you tell us about Lee? Mr. Lee. Yeah, these cards are there for you. They're popping, so we got energy flowing and going. And if someone would like me to pull for them next, hurry up and type in "pull for me next," and you will be next. We're going to give it one more go, and let's see what comes out. So this is the naughty deck as well. So it might be a couple of cards that all right, Gabby got it. It might be a couple of cards that I shouldn't show on YouTube, but I'm going to show anyway. So if I get booted off this platform, then everyone can blame Doll. Yeah, Paranormal Witch is recovering, but she promised that she's going to do backflips for me when she's 100%. Alright, here we go. That's good enough. Let's see what we got for Mr. Lee. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. And of course, this is the naughty one. What do we have here? Alright. Alright. So, leave me alone. I'm busy. Stop texting me. Okay. So I'm actually going to have to take a phone call, but I'll take this call after I do this for you, doll. All right. So for Lee, at the bottom of the deck, we have the seven of this is chalices, cups, whatever you want to call it, and I'm going to a different screen. Oh, excuse. Is it a girl? I don't know. You tell me. I mean, well, okay. That's actually funny you say that. I'll get to it in a second. Anyway, wait. No, you're talking about the text? No, no, it's not a girl. Why did I say it like that? I should have just lied and said, "Yeah, it's a girl. I'm a pimp." Anyway, yeah. So we got the seven of cups, and this is at the bottom of the deck. This is about choices. So Lee is having choices going on. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, I want to, but I don't want to. Am I moving too slow? Am I moving too fast? How are things going to go? So it's a lot going through the mind at the moment. And it's, yeah, I do, but then I don't. I do and I don't. I do and I don't. It's, I want you, but I'm afraid. So there is a bit of a fear here, and emotions a bit all over the place for Lee. Now, jumping to the top of the deck, we have the. This is interesting here. We have the Queen of Cups. So, Queen of Cups, cups again being emotion, water, how you're flowing. It's open. It's like you're open to Lee, literally willing to give them everything. All you're asking for in return is a, almost like, this gonna sound cheesy, but love. I mean, yes, this guy's head is in her boobies, which, fun for him. But it's almost like, again, he doesn't know what he wants, assuming it's a he. I mean, I guess you can have female Lees. But it's interesting because it's like, share this emotion with me. Why aren't you sharing it with me? I'm open to you. And he's a little resistant. Like, it's something that's scary for him. Then we have the Eight of Cups, pulling away. So I don't know if we have a runner chaser situation, but it's almost like you get close, pull away, or if you don't pull away, then he's back being close. He can't make up his mind, so it's just uncertainty. I want to say, on one hand, there is a yes, I want to get close. On the other hand, I'm going to pull away because I'm a little afraid. But you're pretty much being open. It's almost like you're open to it and he's going in circles or something like that. And just pulling away. But now it's like, will you let him pull away? Because it might be one of those things where it's like, okay, you're going to have to just let it go. Give him his space. He'll come around. So he's probably going to need space. You might want him or some type of relationship with him so much that you're smothering him and he needs space because his head's everywhere. Oh, he must be young. You guys must be young. I'm assuming you're both young. And if you're not young, well, you're young at heart. After that, we have Five of Swords. Distractions, I want to say. Swords, air, where our mind is. Distractions. Not reading the signs correctly. So, doll, I think you need to probably take a step back and read the signs, hear what he's saying, and read between the lines to a certain degree. Because there is distractions here. Something is blocking things from going all the way. I don't know. Oh, excuse me, I just belched. I'm so sorry. Um, he's distracted, or someone is trying to distract him, or he's coming up with distractions, just something to stop things from going the way they should. It's like it's a weird block there. So I would be cautious of that. And yeah, if so, just take a step back and see and hear what he has to say. Um, Now, this one I'm hesitant in showing. Major Arcana, this is the Hanged Man. This is not moving forward, not moving back. So there is a relationship that is stalled. And again, it's like, you're the open one. What are you waiting for, man? Come to me in more ways than one. Wink, wink. But it's stalled. For some reason, it's like it's stuck. I don't know if it's COVID or what, but he's stuck. It's something that is pausing him from moving forward with the relationship you should have. In other words, you should be further along than what you are, but there is a pause, even though you're 100% open, which is interesting because, like, you're open to it. And the crazy thing is, he's not closed off to anything, but it's just, what is he waiting for? Is he trying to hit a certain goal? Maybe. I don't know, but it should be further than what it is. Yeah, he's caught in the middle. He can't move forward. He can't exactly move back. He doesn't. It's almost like he's satisfied with where things are right now, and he doesn't want to take that risk into going deeper into stuff, because what if it doesn't work? I wonder if he's had his heart broken, and that's what's stopping him. Finally, we have this card, but I don't actually think this is part of your reading. It is the King of Swords. And yeah, this is a naughty card. And this is essentially, there's someone else. So there might be someone in his ear and giving him bad advice. And when I say bad, I mean like really bad advice. I need to find something real quick. Hold up. Oh, I gotta stretch and reach. And there we go. Yeah, I think he's getting really bad advice. It's almost like someone is in his ear and they aren't helping the situation. And then I think there's also a fear here. And this being the King of Swords, which is interesting because the King of Swords usually cuts through bull. And it's almost like he can create the excuses and reasons and all of that. So I would take a step back, give him some space so he can get his head right, because his head, it's spinning. It's like choices here, choices there. Got to do this, got to do that. Yeah. And I would just give him a little bit of space. I don't think you're the type who pressures someone. I do think, though, you're the type, of your mind's made up, it's made up, and you better do it, and you better do it now. But as far as really pressuring someone, I don't think you're that type. So I would say just take a step back, let him clear his mind a little bit, and I think he'll come around, because things are supposed to be further than what they are. But he's being weird. Okay, guys, so Gavi, I don't know if you're still here. If you are, I will pull cards for you next, but I do have to get this get on this phone call. So, in the meantime, I will find something for you guys to listen to while I'm away. Of course, I would delete that, wouldn't I? Way to go, Melvin. Review, small show, dark violin. Okay, so we'll do it this way. I'm just gonna find something for you guys real quick. Hopefully the call shouldn't take any more than 5 minutes. And it's upsetting because I finally got people coming in, everyone's chatting, and then I gotta vanish. God darn it. Isn't that some bull? I know what I'm looking for. Just need to find it. In case you missed it. Okay, maybe I can't find it. What? Did I really do this many videos where I can't find mess? Ah, here it is, because, blind as a bat.
Have you ever...
Alright, so you guys listen to this. I will... Darn it, this is the wrong thing. You guys don't listen to this. You guys are going to listen to this. Here we go, I found it. So I'll be right back. This is
Hello, and welcome back to Unexplained Possibilities, Too Crazy to Believe. Here, I'm going to tell you a story, and on occasion, multiple stories, with a paranormal twist. And it's up to you, the listener, to decide if the story being told is a true paranormal tale, or something made up by the minds at Unexplained Possibilities, and the story is too crazy to believe. So, with that out the way, we present to you a story titled Phantom Chains. Let's face the facts. When we're young, we do a lot of dumb and daring things. This rings even more true if you're a bored and easily influenced boy who lives in a flyover part of the country in a small town no one ever leaves, and where things that go bump in the night is often looked at as truth and not mythological stories. Well, one summer, my friends and I were talking big, and I was saying how I wasn't scared of anything. That was my first mistake, because almost immediately after, they proposed the dare to test my boast of never being scared. My second mistake was being a cocky little brat and accepting the dare without even hearing what it was. Which, now that I accept it without hearing it, they had all the time in the world to come up with a good one, and boy did they. They dared me to spend the night in the house of Simmons. The house of Simmons was the home of Simmons Knotts, a weirdo recluse who hated people coming onto his property. My dad once told me that when he was younger, he was playing ball with his friends, and one of them accidentally tossed the ball onto the Simmons property. One of his friends went to get it, and after he stepped a few feet in, Simmons Knotts appeared at the front door holding a shotgun. He was singing Ring Around the Rosie. He was singing it loud enough for my dad and his friends to hear it. When he got to the "We All Fall Down" part, my dad said Simmons fired his shotgun in the air, scaring everyone off. My dad then told me years later people broke into Simmons' house and they beat him up and chained him to some pillars in the basement. Because he scared everyone away, no one knew or suspected something had happened to him. That is until kids started daring kids to walk on the property and eventually go inside. My dad said every kid who went inside came out running scared. When they told everyone what happened, it was always the same story. They said they heard footsteps and then chains, and finally someone singing. They were singing Ring Around the Rosie. And right when they got to You All Fall Down, something would grab them. After that, they would run out to safety. Eventually, kids told their parents what happened, and they went to the house of Simmons to speak to him, but all they found was his rotting corpse. The property and house was left sitting for years. No one wanted it. No one stepped foot in it, unless they were dared to. And weirdly enough, crows started to frequent that property. Now, this is where I made my third mistake. Instead of swallowing my pride and saying no, and getting punched in the arm for not going through on a dare, I decided to man up and take on this challenge. My friends gave me a look of both amazement and worry, even asking if I was sure I wanted to do this. Well, it still wasn't too late to back out, and they were giving me an opening, but I stuck to my guns and told them, "I'll see you tonight at the Simmons." I had told my parents that I was going to be spending the night at one of my friends. It was summer and nothing suspicious was there since we've spent the night at each other's houses all the time. I did, however, hope they wouldn't call to check in on me or something along those lines. I had arrived first at the house of Simmons with a sleeping bag and flashlight. The sun had just gone down and the house looked creepier than normal. Behind the property's gates, I stood, staring long and hard at the house. A crow showed up and landed on the fence. I had no idea where it came from or why it would be flying around at night. The crow looked at me. I felt it.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Alright. Hello, sorry. Everyone left. God darn it. Of course. Well, that's upsetting. Okay. Oh, yay, you're still. Yay! Two people are still here. Huzzah! Thank you guys. I am so sorry about that. I had to take the call, unfortunately. But you know how it is. Oh, yay, Maeve, you're still here too. So why the heck does this say no one's here? I don't know. Whatever. Technology is broken. Looks like Gavi had to leave. Well, that's okay. I'll just give her a read another time. Oh, no, you are still here. Okay, so Gavi, what type of... Why am I... I'm putting these in the wrong box. What type of reading would you like to have? Warning star still there. Okay, so yes, it's official. This thing is broken with the counter and who's here and who's not here. Brilliant. And what do you guys think of that story? Do you think it's real or too crazy to believe? I think I played that one before while I had to go and do something. Surprise you. Ooh, all right. Well, look at you being bold. All right, so in that case, we'll just do an oracle reading for it. We'll pull out an oracle card. Well, they surprise you. All right, well, fine. I'll surprise you, all right. Okay, this is interesting. Evidently, I might not be able to pull because this doesn't want to. Oh, there we go. That was weird. I don't know what's going on tonight, but this guy. All right, so this is Oracle of Shadows and Light. Gavi, pick a number between 1 and 45. Yeah, anyway, you guys, if you want to hear the rest of it, just check out Too Crazy to Believe. You know, just click on that and you'll hear it. Numero uno. Gotcha. Okay. So this is for Gavi. What? Ooh. Oops. What message does her guides have for her? Again, this is for Gabby. What is the message for her? Please teleport to the number one card. So for this, I'm just going to read from the book since oracles usually never have their meanings change. Usually. There's always an exception to the rule. And you know what? While at it, Gavi, pick another number between 1 and 33. Oh, the cat is running around, doing what cats do, I reckon. Do 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 do. I'm so into you. Any of you guys like Maroon 5 by chance? A song from Maroon 5 just popped in my head. I can't even think of the name of the song, but I really like it. It's very catchy. Is it called So Into You? I don't know. I really cannot remember the name of that freaking song. Gavi's still waiting for a number between 1 and 33. Now, aside from Maroon 5, yeah, actually, I don't think you guys really know my musical taste, which yeah, what musical taste, Melvin? I prefer, I don't even know if you can call them oldies anymore, but I prefer 60s, 70s. Like that's where my musical tastes pretty much go towards. So Motown, the Beach Boys, the Beatles, and number one. That's interesting. Someone's getting their witch on. Elvis, I love the King. Cause I'm all shook up. Yeah, yeah. Where is she? Gavi, come back. I need you here. Pick a number between 1 and 33. Oh, forget it. I'll just text you. God darn it. Give me a second, guys. I'm texting her. And 33. There we go. Do it that way. Yeah, man, like I love 60s, 70s. The music is so good, so fun, catchy. Sam Cooke, I really like Sam Cooke. Jackie Wilson, of course, everyone knows Higher and Higher. Your love lifting me higher than I ever been lifted before. Um, let's see who else. Otis Redding. I guess James Brown was in many decades, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and the double O's. So, yeah. Okay, so 2. All right. All right. So she picked number 2, and we'll pull out from the emanations here. Now, for modern day music, I am a fan of rock. I like Aerosmith, AC/DC. One second. One second. This is for Gavi. There we go. All right, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I like Aerosmith, AC/DC. I like Maroon 5. I like, let's see. All right, double checking something. She said number two, one, two. What? You again? Really? Okay, so this is interesting with her. I'm actually not going to read from the book. I don't think I have to in this case. I do like Madonna, mostly her older stuff, but I do like Madonna. I like Pink, Sheryl Crow. I enjoy. Yeah, I can't say I have a favorite. Well, I really do like AC/DC and Aerosmith, like all the way, but I can't say that in modern times I have a favorite person, but usually if it's a song that sounds good, I like it, but then come to find out if I listen to something else by him, it's usually junk. So, for Gavi, we have Three Witchy Sisters, Power of Three. Get the glare out, Melvin. And this is interesting that they came up along with Estebus has made a return, Angel of Divination. So, this, I want to say, is you embracing your witchy side. In other words, Gavi, I would say start taking steps into witchcraft, into spellcraft, and trusting in your intuition, your foresight, your sight in general, because I think you're going to have a third eye awakening. Now, with the Witchy Sisters, this is almost like not necessarily being directly involved with the Sisterhood of Witches, but having a mentor and having someone guide and teach you. I want to say, I think it's time for you to take a step deeper into it. You might even already have an interest in that, but you're hesitating. Don't hesitate. Your third eye is opening and it's not going to close, and you're being guided in a way from something beyond. So it could be a family member, it could be a guide. I don't know, but you are being guided, and you will be guided into a more not full on occult path, but definitely a type of witchy path to where you understand the concept of magic and doing spells and opening your third eye, getting your meditation going, and almost reaching another level of knowing. And that's the key word, knowing. Because oftentimes when we experiment with witchcraft or spell casting, spell crafting, we go by instinct. Sometimes it's just we know. Can't explain it, but we know. And I think that's what's going to happen with you, Gavi. You know, like, this is a path that you're going to have to take. Well, you don't have to. That's the good thing about stuff like this. You have a choice. You don't have to take it, but I would consider taking it because it's just going to grow more and more and more and more. It's very interesting with you versus Patty. Definitely, I think you're going to need a mentor. And yeah, I think you are going to experiment more with magic of some sort. Um, you'll probably be very good at it, which is even more interesting. And you're not alone. You're not alone, but you are going to have to clean up some things about yourself, it feels like, especially with the three witchy sisters, because they come in, and before you can do the bibbity bobbity boo, you have to clean and create your space, your sacred space. So you are going to have to get out some energy that might be clogging your third eye. I would do a cleansing of some sort, because I do think sometimes your third eye, it's clogged, and you have to unclog it. So a type of cleansing would do good, and getting away, and I told you this before, I'm going to tell you again, getting away from your enclosed space. It's almost like it's just too enclosed. So getting away from that will do you wonders, because you need to open up your third eye more. You need to get the smudges out. You need to get away from your enclosure, and you got to stretch. And the three witchy sisters are going to help you do that, but they're also going to guide you. So definitely start seeking out a mentor and start experimenting with little magics, or at the very least start researching on crystals, candles. I would even go so far as to say sciences as well, because magic is a form of science. It's a form that is not quite understood, but it is a form because it's dealing with energies, and science talks about energies and how it comes to be, how to manipulate it. So understanding science is a good way to understand magic. Oh, deja vu. Uh-oh. So there you go, Gabby. That's a fun one. You're gonna be a little witch. Now, going back to you, paranormal witch. When it comes to communication with guides, trying to find information, understand it, sometimes, and it's stupid how it works, but sometimes we want something so badly and we try to find answers so hardcore, we miss out. I would suggest that you just relax and be cool about it, you know, and just speak. Don't worry about trying to find what god or goddess is watching over me, or do I connect with this or that or this. Like, just take a step back some and just relax and just speak to them, and answers will come. Whatever it is that you seek, it will come. It's already there. It's almost like you're trying so hard, you shut off the information that you can receive. So just relax and just speak, because you have to create that bond first. It's almost like fishing, unless you're me fishing, but you can't, it's patience. You can't catch a fish like as soon as you cast the line, unless you got some crack on there or something. This is one of those things where it takes time, because you have to build up a relationship. You have to build that bridge for communication, for you to not only feel but hear. You'll hear before you see, and you'll feel before you hear. So you're going to have to communicate to create that bridge so you can feel. And once you start feeling, you'll open yourself up to hear. And once you start hearing, then your eyes will open so you can start seeing. I hope that makes sense. That was actually kind of profound coming from me. Surprised I didn't turn into a talk about a cheeseburger. All right, let me get this stuff organized real quick. Okay. So, yeah, just, be cool about it. Oh, no, I should not be. No. That would be bad. I'm not the teaching type, unfortunately. Or fortunately. It's not unfortunate. It's fortunately in this case. And I would wring someone's little neck. I didn't say do it that way. I said this way. Idiot. So we don't want that. However, you know what I think? I will do I will do a tell me about it. Well, that just happened. I will do a tell me about it, and it will be about contacting spirit guides. I'll get a guest to talk about it instead of me myself. I think it will be better coming from a third person who is deep into it and they do actually teach this. Which, if you guys have not seen the Tell Me About Us, be sure to check those out too. They're a lot of fun. Currently doing Tell Me About Hercules. Niema's finally free, so we can now do the third part on that. And thank you, Owen. We're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting there. We're at, I think, 390 last I checked, which is awesome. Like, my goal for this year was not 390, that's for gosh darn sure. So I'm quite happy, and people, they seem to, well, whoever shows up, they seem to enjoy the content, which is the most important part, and I enjoy doing things from time to time, even though I'm a bit of a weirdo. But we're all weirdos. So weirdos unite. 1 second, guys. Just remember, oops. That was me this time. I'm just closing certain programs out. All right, there we go. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby. I don't know why Chili's baby back ribs just popped in my head. Yeah, that's the other thing about me. I come up with some crazy random mess. Like, good lord. Now, the interesting thing, or at least how I see the occult and I guess beyond, things beyond, I try to look at it a bit more practical in the sense of these things that we speak to that we can't see but we might be able to feel, or something like that. I try to look at them like I would you or someone else. I try not to put them on, oh, there's my cat. I try not to put them on a pedestal, and I think that is a mistake that people make in the occult community. I think we have a habit, I say we, but I think people have a habit of putting things on this pedestal and they don't see themselves as equals. And it's almost like you give away your power when you do that, in my opinion anyway. And that's another reason why I don't work with anything, because I don't want to give away my power, even though I'm sure they can teach me something. Well, you can teach me without me having to do this or that or this. But again, it's different for everyone. My path is not, it's not meant to learn from certain things. I mean, but I'm also stubborn too. So, they could be offering me $1 million, just give them an egg, and my stupid butt is like, no, I won't do it. It's my egg. But at the same time, it's our life and we have to experience it for ourselves. And I don't want to be seen as someone who is serving you, or someone who is oh gosh, that's the wrong word. I was about to say a disciple, but that's the wrong word. But someone who is, like, I guess, giving you this offering, and like you're above me. I just can't. I don't, for whatever reason, it's something that I just can't do. Like, I don't understand it. It's weird, and I can't do it. I will work alongside you. I will walk alongside you. But if I'm giving you respect, please give me respect back and see me as an equal. Even if I may not have all the understanding in the world beyond this physical body, see me as an equal, a spiritual equal, which I think some do. And I think that's part of the lesson that some deities try to teach, to get people to realize, like, man, we are equals. People get a little crazy with this God talk, like, oh yes, I work with this God and this angel and this demonic entity, and it's like, well, good for you. I mean, this means nothing to me, but good for you. Sometimes people they talk about all the things they work with, but what do you learn from them? Are you their equal? You know, what are you getting out of this relationship? You say you work with them, but what have you learned from them? What have you taken away from this? Or are you just bragging that you offer them something and they snap their fingers? And I think that's very important to remember. Are they doing the work, or are they teaching you how to do the work? Like, that's really something to remember, because they can do the work. You can give that offering and say, like, hey, here's some blood, or here's a chicken heart, whatever it is they like. I need you to do this and make it disappear. I'm giving you my energy, I'm giving you my time, I'm giving you this offering for you to make it happen, which is fine. They can do that, deal, accept it, whatever. But what do you learn from that? you know, did you learn how to do it yourself? Did you learn how to manipulate the energy, or put your energy out there to create the fix yourself? And I think that is the biggest thing. So again, I go back to, did they do the work? Did you give them an offering and they did the work, or did they teach you how to do the work? Are you a servant, or are you a student? Big difference. But again, like I said, everyone has a different journey. It's different for everyone. For me, I know for a fact I need to learn how to do mess for myself. For others, they might need to learn how to separate being a student versus a servant. And I think that's a big, big, big lesson to be had. Difference between a student and a servant. Well, they both start with S, so they're not too different. And the ones who, of course, brag about, working with 5 bazillion angels and stuff like that, just stay away from them. Yeah, well, I think this goes back to my first point. I think we make a mistake in doing that. Like, I can acknowledge that there are beings, deities, entities, energies that know way more than me. That's fine. But does that mean that they are on, like, DEF CON level triple threat 3 or something? What's stopping me from learning what they know? What's stopping me from gathering that knowledge that they know myself, really? And I think, with that mindset of, yes, they've learned all of this and this, and they are this high up there, and we just lower ourselves so much. We hurt our own spiritual growth, and we got to stop that mess. We truly have to stop it. It's just, it's important that we stop it. And I see it all the time with people. It's like, well, okay, so yeah, he can probably snap his finger. We'll use Azazel as an example. Azazel can probably, wait, Azazel or Azrael? I always get those two mixed up. Azrael is the angel of death. Azazel was the watcher. There we go. So yeah, Azazel. Well, they both could probably. Oh, you guys know I can't snap my fingers. I'm trying. Anyway, Azazel or Azrael can probably snap their fingers and just poof out of existence, whatever. But oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. Though, well, anyway, the only thing that's stopping us from gaining the knowledge that they have, and having them teach us that knowledge is getting caught up in the servitude mindset where I'm giving you this offering and I need you to do this for me and that for me, instead of saying, I need you to teach me. Like, I see myself as an equal. Please teach me. How many occultists say, teach me versus do for me? Not too many. And yeah. But I'm also not an occultist, so what do I know? I'm just some weirdo on the interwebs yapping away to people, which thank you guys for hanging out with me on this random Wednesday talk. I was not going to do this at first, but I was doing a little wrestling thing for another friend, for Lawrence from Ministry of Slam, and I had the setup, and I was like, well, why not? Although I really wish I had on my hoodie because I feel so naked right now. So, yeah, this is one of the rare times you see me without a hoodie. Who knows? Maybe next time I'll come in shirtless. If that'll get me, I'll get some people throwing some money my way. I'll definitely do. I'll rip this off like the Hulk. Oh, definitely, Morning Star. Definitely. And that's the other thing. This occult community, magic community, left hand path community, right hand path community, whatever you want to call it, support is needed. It's okay to have differing views and stuff, which is fine. But even if it's a differing view, you can still learn something from it. But I have to say that recently, out of this craziness that's been going on, and someone who's on the outside looking in, I haven't seen people support each other right. I've seen hypocrites. And it's really heartbreaking because on the surface, they talk about a sisterhood or a brotherhood, and we are one and we need to stick together. But underneath it, they're hypocrites. They turn on each other so quickly and stab each other in the back, and it's just disgusting. It's like, what happened to this brotherhood, this sisterhood, learning from everyone? And it's just, sometimes it's not there, and I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. Is it an ego thing? Is it I want to be the leader, or what is it? It's just crazy to me, because I was literally, I won't say names, but I'm literally looking at people who were stabbed in the back. Then some things came out, and then it's like, oh, welcome back, and then they stab someone else in the back, and there's one person in particular, and no matter what, I refuse, absolutely refuse to give them any sort of credit whatsoever, because I saw what they said, I saw what they did, and now all of a sudden they want to be chummy chummy and best friends. And I'm like, no. Like, I saw your true colors. And your true colors are not the bright, bubbly colors that you try to portray. And the things that you did to this one particular person was done to you. And then all of a sudden, like, oh, please, everyone support me, love me. It's like, man, you're such a hypocrite. Now, being that I want to be a giant gossip and say everything, it's killing me not to. I'm not going to do that. I'll just say that the left hand path community, the magic community in a whole, needs to need to get over themselves and shake hands and say, hey, let's learn from one another. Let's support each other. Let's support each other. I'm not a Satanist at all, But I'm fine supporting Malice and Richard Layell. I think they're awesome, and I had a lot to learn from them. I'm not a witch at all, but I love Bonnie. She's one of my best friends, and she's if it weren't for her, I probably wouldn't be doing tarot. But I have a lot to learn from her, and a few other people. I'm trying to think of another name. I hate that. You try to think of something, and then of course you just go bleh. But even you guys in chat, man, I know we all have differing viewpoints and beliefs and all that, but I could still learn from something from you, just like you could learn. I don't know what you could learn from me, but you could probably learn something from me. And I think it's awesome that you guys are here and we're chatting away. And despite us might having different viewpoints and mess, it's awesome. And if the community as a whole had that, it would be so much better. So much better. But it's not there. Will it ever get there? I don't know. Maybe I'm being pessimistic, but I don't think so. I think no matter what, it's always going to be someone who wants to be King Ding Dong and create splinter groups and cause a separation. King Ding Dong. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. You're not supposed to laugh at your own jokes, but I don't care. I'm laughing at that. I thought it was funny. Okay, sorry. I'm just reading comments real quick. Yeah, Bonnie's super cool. So you guys go. Actually, you guys give her a little bit of love, some energy going out. She's fairly sick at the moment, so if you guys can, spirit fingers her, that would be awesome. And I mean that too. Actually, spirit fingers right now. Mm. So do it. Go on. Send her that energy, just like she's Goku, setting up a spirit bomb. Yeah, she'll be okay. She's just sick at the moment. So that's why we couldn't do the monthly tarot, but send her some good vibes, good energy, and she'll be cool. Yeah, darn straight going Super Saiyan and Super Psychic. Oh, that's right. I have to take the trash can out tonight. Just remembered it's Wednesday. Good lord, my head is everywhere, except for where it should be. Well, no, it's on my shoulder, so I guess it is where it should be. Dun-dun-dun. Well, you're Canadian East Coast, right? I think you're in Canada. I don't know. I just doxed you. Good lord, what a prick, Melvin. No, you're not in Canada. You are in Venezuela. Well, I can't tell you that, Owen. That's private. Jeez. I can't tell you, but just if you can, send her some positive vibes and go to her Facebook, what is it, or Instagram, Raven Moon Tarot, I think it is, or her Twitter, Raven Moon Tarot, and just say, hey, feel better soon, Bonnie, from us. She'll like that. Ontario, okay. When I was younger, a good friend of mine, well, no, my best friend, a good friend of mine, he's my best friend. We used to joke about Canadians thanks to Wild Wild West, the movie, not the TV show. The movie, Will Smith and Kevin Kline. And it's a scene in there where Kevin Kline is dressed up as a Canadian. And I don't know why this made us laugh so much. It's so stupid. But it's just stupid cowboy, eh? Mistake you for me. I don't know. It's just so dumb. It's such a stupid line. Oh my god, it still makes me laugh. Oh god, it's so dumb. Like, it makes no sense. I don't know why that's so funny. Anyway, yeah, get from the past, Melvin. Oh, actually, so when did you guys know that you were interested in the occult or aliens or just something that's not considered normal, even though it should be normal because it's part of life? You know, our ancestors were in communications with extraterrestrials of some sort, whether they were gods, goddesses, or just nature in general. Like, what got you all into it? I'm very, very curious. For me, well, for me, I was just kind of like this. Less restrictive than religion. Yeah, it's 10. Okay. Ooh, just belched. Sorry. I don't know why I'm belching. Must be thinking about a pork chop. Um, for me, I've always felt and known there was something beyond. You know, maybe I didn't have the words for it, but I do remember questioning this. I said that, okay, why is it that God will only save those who believe in Jesus and took him into his heart and blah blah blah, versus a good person, a person who lives a good life, but you know, they live in the middle of the jungle and they've never heard of Jesus or something like that. When I was very young, I was thinking about that. And at that point, it was like, no, I don't think this God is for me. The Abrahamic God in this case, even though I think it's, oh boy, that's a discussion. I think it's actually been several Abrahamic gods. Well, maybe two, not several. Uh, so I have a couple of theories here, and one of them is Old Testament God is that one is totally gone, and then you have New Testament God, which can be, well, yeah, just someone completely different, but still somewhat power hungry, just in a different way. And then I like putting this out there. What if, and this is saying if the war was actually real, you know, versus angels, God versus Lucifer, blah, blah, blah. What if Lucifer actually won that war and she, it, whatever Lucifer is, he became new God and tried to do things a bit differently? Even though I don't think that's Lucifer's personality, so that theory might just not hold water and goes out the window, because Lucifer is very rebellious and I do believe he is think for yourself energy, but it is something to think about. Well, I don't disagree with you, doll. I would go further than that though, and I would say that things that we prize becomes gods, goddesses, etc., etc. Because we give so much energy into it, it almost becomes like it's something like a topa. Not exactly a topa, but it's another word for it. I need somebody to say it, and it's on the tip of my tongue, but it's not coming. So the best example I could give is a topa. A being created from thought and energy, given life. What is the name of it? It's on the tip of my freaking tongue. God darn it. Anyway, I believe that. Well, okay, all right. I'll share something with you guys. I don't think I shared this live yet, but last year when I was really getting into tarot, and that's when I started charging for it. I only charged $10. So if you want a personal, like really big reading, let me know. It's $10. I'm a cheap whore. Anyway, I did a little bit of candle work. I got a green candle. I got a $5 bill, $10 bill, $20 bill, and some change. Put it under the candle. I lit it. I created a sigil, which if you guys want to see my money sigil, it's not perfect, but I'm proud. I did it. If you want to see that, sorry, get another phone call. This is no one important. It's a bill collector. Um, if you guys want to see that sigil, check Unexplained Possibilities Instagram. It's somewhere in there. Anyway, I created that, and I somewhat brought into to existence an energy that calls itself Monet. Monet, money, it is what it is. But ever since doing that, there hasn't been a single month where I haven't made at least enough to cover the bills, and it's been really, really interesting. And I always, before I do any reading, paid reading, I always thank Monet. Before and after, I always say, thank you, Monet, for bringing money to me. I appreciate it, and I ask that it continues. And I say that before and after. And I always say thank you to my guides, Pearl, Daisy, Raphael, for opening this door so I can do this reading, And I always do it before and after, before every paid reading and after every paid reading. It's just, something I wonder about, though, with Monet. And, like, yeah, she is a deity or an energy of money for me. And I, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Very interesting. But yeah, what Morningstar said, the new gods are the old gods remaxed. And I agree with that. I think that's part of it too. Um, I think a lot of deities as well, the names that we call them and everything, that's not their actual names. We forgot their names a long time ago, but they've taken on new names and better connect with us or what we know. There are some though that are not forgotten their names, and they're the ones who are very, very interesting, I want to say, because they predate a lot of stuff and they come across with an energy that you can't explain. um uh, I'm trying to think who is like that. As a matter of fact, Ariman is like that. Curtis and Bonnie were telling me a little bit about him, and Bonnie felt that energy, and she basically said it's like Raphael's energy. Yeah, you guys don't know who Raphael is. Raphael is my guide, and he has a very, very neutral energy, but it could be very heavy and draining to a degree, but it's very neutral. He's cool, but his energy is neutral, and it's something like that, but times 10. And Ahriman is the darkness that is around us. He makes up that darkness, that dark space. He is fear. He's what we are afraid of. And from what I gather, his lessons is to conquer your fear. We're afraid of the dark. Why? I don't know. We just are. Well, conquer it. He is that fear that we need to conquer. And once we conquer that fear, once we break the limits that we put on ourselves, then we become gods. We become sorcerers, magicians, witches, whatever you want to call it. We become what we think we can't. but it's breaking through those limits, breaking through our fear, and Ahriman is part of that. So definitely look him up. Very, very interesting deity. Very old deity. Very old. Universal. Yeah, sorry, you guys got me thinking now. I'll have to do a tell me about it about Ahriman as well. I might get Curtis to do that one. Yeah, that'll be good. I think I'll get Curtis to do that one. I'll ask him. I can't say I'll get him to do it. That's terrible. I'll ask him if he'd like to. Yeah, and that's the interesting thing too. Darkness, light, same thing, just different way of feeling it, expressing it. I like to put I like to put it into terms like Star Wars, like the Force. The Force is the Force. It's not good, it's not evil, it's how you use it. And I think that's what people should also realize when it comes to working with magic. Magic is not good, it's not evil. Energy is not good, it's not evil. You can call it dark, you can call it light, whatever helps you. But ultimately, it's what you do with it. So, the Jedi, they say, we are forces of light. Oh, I pretty much speak to anyone. Yeah, I will, for the most part, speak to anyone. It doesn't matter who, as long as we can have a decent conversation from it. It's just so happens the last few shows have been, just occultist. But I think it needed that. I also wanted some male energy too, because before that, it was just too many females. It's like, oh god, it's too much estrogen. I need testosterone, darn it. So that's what happened there. But yeah, I speak to everyone. Yeah, it doesn't matter who. I mean, I have my good friend Benny on. Tig, he was on. They're not psychic. They're not occultists. We're just yapping to yap. Actually, you know what would be a good show? This is going back. I did 2 or 3 shows with her. Kelly Ferguson. She is a psychic medium, and she is one of the few people. Yeah, she's one of the few people, one of 3 that I know who she says love and light. One of the few who actually mean it. Like, Kelly's energy is infectious. Like, when you're with her, when you're speaking with her, you can't help but smile and just feel good. Kelly is amazing, and I need to get back in contact with her because I miss her and I want to get her back on the show. Kelly is just amazing. Oh my gosh. But yeah, she's one of the few people who will say love and light, and not only means it, you can feel that mess. You can legit feel it. Kelly's cool. Had Darren Evans on 2 or 3 shows. Darren Evans, he dealt with the Zozo Ouija demon, and he wrote the book The Zozo Phenomenon. I reviewed it with Rose, and I have a signed copy actually. um, he is really cool. Darren Evans is super cool, but his experiences are nuts. You could tell something happened to him. That was a good one. Um, let's see. Oh my gosh, I actually spoken to quite a few people over the years. Now that I really think about it, spoke to, I can't think of his name, but he oh no. Okay, let me better explain this. I think it's real, but I also think it's not real. I think it's just the name that's used as an alias by different entities. But I also think people put enough energy into it where it's also become its own being, its own thought form, to a degree. Oh yeah, it was a bit of a fad, but it's faded away now. But I do think it is still something to it. I just don't think it's its own actual being. So I think it's an alias for multiple beings, or it's in some cases become a type of thought form. So, but yeah, so Darren Evans, definitely check him out. That was a good show. Um, let's see, what was yeah, it's a couple of good ones. You just have to, you just have to look around because I think I've done 70 to 80 shows. I'm not even sure anymore. Oh my gosh. Um, One of my favorites, and I'm happy to have become friends with them, is with EVP, Ectovision Paranormal, paranormal investigative group. Like Sean Gilmore, Eric McGill, um, Amber Wellman, Rob. Unfortunately, Rob passed away last year, but Ectovision Paranormal, that was fun. That was great, great, great fun. Nikki Para, Unnormal. I had a group talk with her, Sean, Darren. So, oh well, I'm happy you enjoy the content. I mean, even if you didn't, you could say, Melvin, your content sucks, and I'll still be happy. Well, I'm happy you're watching anyway, even if it sucks. Go ahead and give it a thumbs down. But thank you for watching. In all seriousness, though, thank you for watching. And again, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I was not supposed to be on here this long. I was only going to go for 30 or 40 minutes, and I see it's 2 hours later. Oh, yeah, I know about Bloody Mary. Well, no, it's still a thing. It's just they switched it to where people can't see it. I mean, I could see it if someone thumbs downs a video, but for whatever reason, it's not public. I know why they did that, and I don't agree with it. It's almost a form of censorship, but companies that are making, okay, we'll use Disney as an example. So Disney's coming out with a new movie. It looks terrible. People hate it, and it breaks the record for the most thumbs down ever. Well, Disney is paying YouTube to run advertisement, and when they have the record for the most thumbs down video, you kind of don't want to pay that money. So YouTube getting rid of, or at least blocking, the thumbs down bar or whatever, where you can't see the dislikes, is very corporation friendly. So therefore they can still get that corporation money. Do I agree with it? No, but I get why they did it. In the long run, it's probably smart, but you know, stupid. I don't mind. I don't mind getting thumbs downs. Not everyone's going to enjoy the content, which is okay. It's not for everyone, and I will never hide that. Why? Thoughts on Greys and Reptilians? Well, I think they're here. I think they're real, and that's a tough one to give an opinion on because it's several types of Greys and several types of Reptilians. And it's so much, again, information that's out there where you can't figure out what is what. You don't. You just don't know. I will say this, and this is where I go against the grain for some people who are in the alien community. I feel that if they really wanted to take over the planet, they would take it over. They can take us out. That simple. If they really wanted to show themselves and cause mass chaos and all that good stuff, they could do that. I think they don't have too much intention with people unless you've made some type of pact with them, or your bloodline family has made some type of pact with them. Um, and I say this because of a good friend of mine who he's passed away now, but he was sharing with me some information. He was an alien abductee, and he was sharing with me some information on why certain ETs choose certain people and why some don't. And wait a second. Oh, it's the lighting. I see this dark spot and I'm like, what the heck is that? Is it lighting? Is it a shadow? No, I'm just tired and it looks like I punched myself in the face. Okay, sorry. He was telling me that part of it has to do with the bloodline, that your ancestors may have made a deal with them. What that deal was, I don't know. We'll never know. But they, as part of the deal, they're able to do whatever to you. You know, whether it's splice their DNA in you, take your sperm or eggs, and do whatever. Now, as far as trusting them, being open, and thinking they're saviors, and this and that, well, I won't say that. I won't go that far. It's fine not trusting them. I think that's just normal instinct. You shouldn't trust what you don't understand. And at this point in time, we can't understand them. So it's instinctual not to trust them. Do I think that all of them are here to hurt us? No. Do I think some are pricks? Most definitely. But you can find pricks in every living thing. Like my cat's a prick. I love her to death, but she's a heifer. She knows it. I know it. Um, every living thing just has that jerk. Now, here's a little fun fact for you guys, though, and I'm sure two of you probably already know it. But in the Americas, for whatever reason, we have the most sightings, first of grays, second reptilians, whereas other countries, they are, yeah, countries on other continents, they have sightings of more humanoid looking ETs, which is so interesting. It makes me think that the world is divided into territories for them. So if they come, it's like, nope, your territory is here, you're here, you're here. It's very rare that we hear about a gray taking someone in Australia. In Australia, they usually have humanoid looking people for whatever reason. In Africa, they have some mess over there. The Africans, man, they get these tall things with red eyes and stuff, and man, I don't want to see the African aliens. That's terrible, but it's pretty cool to think about and pay attention to. But it's so weird that it's split like that. I think it's intentional, but yeah. So going back to what Owen originally asked, my opinions is I don't think they're here to save the world, but I don't think they're here to destroy the world. I think some are here for business and fulfilling whatever blood contracts that were made. I think some have a genuine interest in humanity and they're just watching the show. And I think after that, I think some are bored and they kind of want to terrorize a person for some entertainment. I mean, if you had the capability of interstellar travel, I mean, wouldn't you kind of have a little fun as well? Just a little bit, as long as no one gets hurt. But I do think some are on this planet. I do think they're cloaked. I think they are shapeshifters due to technology. And yeah. And sure, paranormal, which of course you could be my friend. I don't really have too many friends, so go right in ahead. I mean, just be aware. I'm a little, that type of nuts, but oh, So yeah, the alien stuff is interesting because then we can mix aliens with spirituality because you have some that are beyond this physical world and you have some that go back and forth. It's very interesting to think about, and that's something that I want to do in 2022. I really would like to have more alien shows, but I have to be honest, the alien people can be a little crazy. Um, they they can be a little too much, and it's like, oh gosh, and I don't want to be insulting to anyone who comes on and they're sharing their experiences, their stories, or all of that, but some of it is just not based in reality. Wendigo? No, I think Wendigos are nature spirits and they are born of this planet. They're not shapeshifters, and I don't think they're aliens. I think they're from this planet, and they are not something you want to mess with. They are nasty. They will mess you up. Two people I know ran into a Wendigo, Sean and Bonnie. Actually, I think Bonnie ran into one in. Was she passing through Colorado? Um, she had to pee, and like I guess she stopped somewhere, and she felt that energy, like she was being washed, and like something was off, and she was like, "Nope, nope, time to go." So, so yeah, but I wouldn't. Yeah, Wendigos are not something I would. Not a big fan of them. Yeah, but yeah, I don't think they're aliens, and I don't think they are shapeshifters. Usually, if we're going with Native American lore, anyway, the shapeshifters are what are they called? Skinwalkers. There we go. Skinwalker is supposed to be a type of witch. The Navajo speak about them a lot, but they don't really share their information with outsiders. They keep it very secretive. But skinwalkers are not very nice, and they are able to shapeshift, and they have some type of connection with coyotes. So that's something to keep in mind. You hear a coyote and you see these eyes. That's the other thing. Something about their eyes. You're able to see them at night. It's quite freaky. Um, yeah, you want to run. You want to get the heck out of there. So skinwalkers are not very nice. Well, I think they're connected. They could be connected to birds as well. It's just from what I researched, I remember them being connected to coyotes, but they're not very nice. They are an entity that they have their issues. We'll say that. I think that's a nice way of putting it. But then I guess the question would be, why are they like that? What made them the way they are? What happened? And that is something that I think we need to discuss more as a whole. We tend to just label something as good or evil without knowing the reasoning behind it. What's the reason for you being the way you are? Are you actually evil, or are you just fed up and PO'd? But that could go into a talk about what is good and what is evil. you know and I love using this as an example. I said it last time, I'll say it again. One nation's hero is another nation's biggest villain. Like, this hero killed dozens of people in this war and massacred them, but he protected his country. Like, he's the man, he's the guy. And in the other country, this guy, he's a demon, he's evil, he's bad. And it's so weird because it creates animosity, it creates hate, and it creates more evil, even though the people aren't evil. They're PO'd because of what happened. And on the other side, we're looking at these evil people uprising and we have to put them down. So it's so interesting in that regard. And it's also why war is stupid and doesn't resolve anything. Yeah, well, Vlad protected his country from invaders. I mean, he did it in an extreme way, but yeah, he protected his country from invaders. He did what he had to do, and he was a showman. Yeah, boy, was he a showman. It's just it could be all over the place. It really can be. Oh my god, are you slobbering? Oh my god, just look over. I see my cat get up and stretch, and I think you coming over here? All right, that's fine. You can join us. So this is Sweet Pea making her appearance or cameo. Um, if you guys don't know, she is an American curl tail. As you can see, her tail doesn't go up; it's always curled somewhere, and it relaxes on her back. But yeah, okay, well, she's joining us for a minute. That's fine. Okay, there you go. Say hi to everyone. No, you're going back to sleep? Okay, thank you for the finger kiss. Good girl. All right. um oh, my stomach is growling. Oh, I'm sorry. Did that insult you, my stomach growl? So, yeah, it's interesting with the good and the evil and this and that. Like, what is good? What is evil? Does such a thing truly exist? Or is it a human concept? Is it something that we created so we can not do things to the extreme? I mean, because, like, let's be honest, it's not much that stops us from taking someone's life except for, like, well, if I get caught, I'll go to jail, but if I don't get caught, and then can you live with the guilt? Well, let's look at it this way. Would there be guilt if taking a life wasn't seen as bad? Stop growling, stomach. Stop it. Oh gosh, actually, that's interesting. Would there be guilt if taking a life wasn't seen as bad? Huh. Because now we're going into morality. What is morally correct? And what isn't? You know, I don't know. I'm not so sure it would be if we grew up in a society where it's no morals, meaning that, you're not told what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, none of that. And now we're at our barest instinct. We go off of instinctual behavior and not behavior that's taught to us. Would we all be a bit more savage like, or would we actually be a bit more honest? What would that society look like? Because along with that, it does, a form of free thinking comes with that. You're not constrained. There's nothing stopping you from doing any and everything. Oh, well, that's a good thing. I always think, just to get a different viewpoint on something. It is something to think about, though. Well, I don't know if it could be considered savagery or not because you're going with your instincts. How is doing what comes naturally to you considered savagery? How are you a savage for doing what comes to you? You're literally expressing what you feel, whether it's anger and you just punch somebody right then and there, or it's you wanting something, so but that could go so many ways. But again, it's one of those moral compasses. Now that's interesting you say that, Maeve, with the farm, because even on a farm, like we can look at it like this though. There's still influence on a farm. You're still, I think the only way to truly be able to slaughter an animal, unfortunately, is to either have a machine do it, or you literally have to convince yourself that this is livestock and it has no soul, it is nothing, it is a tool, and it is fuel. And it's hard in this day and age to do that. Oh, you don't agree? You're turning your back? I don't think she agrees. It's hard to do that because even on the farm, you're still you're taught to respect what it is that you kill, I'm assuming. And with that respect, you realize it's a living being. So there is that hesitation because morally you're like, "Oh my gosh, I have to take this life with my own hands," and that's hard to do. How do I do that? Oh, well, I agree with you, Maeve. Um, I am very much omnivore, but um, I'm just saying from a moralistic point of view, trying to just do it without any type of emotion or thought and just, from that point of view, I think you would have to not see it as a living being, as something that has a soul, but just literally as a source of fuel or a tool or something to get warm. Like you have to almost look at it like a bug. You're insignificant, you know, and that's hard to do. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. I don't like myself right now. That is very much hard to do. But I'm also not a farm boy. I am very much from the city. Yeah, once you name it, that's it. You can't kill what you name. You just can't. That's so funny you mentioned that. For whatever reason, yesterday I was having a conversation with myself. I don't know why I was having a conversation with myself, but I pretty much said you can't kill what you name. You just can't do it. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about Charlotte's Web, and I think that's what what happened there. Did I tell you I was crazy? In case you don't know, I'm a little crazy. But yeah, you can't name what you're going to kill. You can't do that because you create that bond and emotion, and all of a sudden this tool, this fuel, this thing that will keep you warm if you take its fur, is suddenly family. It's like, god darn it. So luckily I don't live on a farm because I would probably be a vegetarian if I did. Um, because I would name every freaking thing. I'm a big softy. Like the cow would be Girdle, the chicken would be uh I don't know, Clucker, Clucker chicken. Um, I would even name the mouse. So I definitely, yeah, farm life is not for me. I couldn't hack it. Well, I'm happy I'm not alone with having a conversation with myself. Okay, so gonna be on just a wee bit longer, and then I'm gonna head off and make something to eat and put out the trash cans. Oh no, I'll put the trash cans out at midnight. Why midnight? No idea, but just seems nice. Clucker, not clocker, clucker. Like cluck, 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 a cluck, clocker. I mean, I kind of like clocker. That's okay. I mean, hey, clocker. Actually, sounds like something I would name a hillbilly. Clocker, get your butt over here, boy. What are you doing, Clocker? Yeah, we them boys, Clocker. Oh gosh, this is great. Why does this keep going up and down? I wonder. So weird. Oh, and good news, guys. So I'm very happy about this. I'm about 300 bucks shy of a new laptop. So I'm over the halfway point of my savings and just trying to get something. The lighting, I already have money for lighting. I'm just waiting for a sale. So we're almost there, and once I get it, you will see some new things for the stream. So very, 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 very close to it. Oh, hello, Dice. Well, okay, here's the thing. Is it mundane if it's important to you? Like, I wouldn't call that mundane. I think that's a mistake. And yes, I believe you can use it, but don't call it mundane. Don't call it that. Not if it's something that you connect with and you want to do. What, what are you doing? Are you literally trying to push me out of my spot? You are. Well, I'm not moving. No, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm speaking to the cat now. You see? No. She's trying to force me from where I'm sitting to the side over here to my right so she can get the warm spot, but I'm not moving. See, I told you she was a heifer. You see, the cat's a prick. So we all have them. You know what? Where is? Oh, it's all the way over there. Oh, I was gonna do a little pendulum work for you guys, but I don't. Now I'm stuck in a pickle because I know she's going to get annoyed and leave if I try to get it, but I want to get it. This is where I wish I had one of those picker upper thingy majiggers. Or the force. The force would be good as well. That would be awesome. Oh, come on. Oh, I have my old microphone here. Maybe I can try it that way. Almost. Oh, yes. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm losing it. Almost there. Use the reach. Yes, all right, we got it. Like, she is legit trying to push me off. Okay. So, if you guys have a question, go ahead. We're going to do some little bit of pendulum stuff. If you have a question, go ahead and ask, and we'll see if we can get an answer. First, actually, I should do this. Is there someone who is willing? Well, what would you like to be? Yes, if there's someone here. And what would you like to be? No. And are you willing to communicate with the fine people with us tonight? Okay, awesome. So if someone has a question or anything, go ahead and ask. We can communicate it. You can reset to the middle, please. Thank you. Oh my god, you guys can't see it, but like she's literally like pushing her back into me in mass. All right. Thank you for resetting. Appreciate that. All right. Anyone have a question for the pendulum? Oh, here we go. Will I ever find a decent, affordable apartment? This is from Dice. Ooh, different type of energy has come through for you, Dice. So, it's saying yes, you will, but this is one of those. It's low energy, so it's almost like it comes with a but. It's almost like what, roommates? What, he's gonna need a roommate first? Is that what he should look at? Not necessarily a small apartment, but something with a roommate. Okay, so Dice, I think you're gonna need a roommate. Okay, let's see. Paranormal witch. All right, let's reset. Thank you for answering. Thank you. Paranormal witch. Am I going to have a professional job? So, is Paranormal Witch going to have a professional job? Uh oh. Oh, this is a complicated one. Okay, so this is a very low energy yes. So it's a but to this. Oh gosh. It's a big but. All right, let's see if we can figure it out. Oh, hello, Jay. Welcome. All right, so this is in regards to Paranormal Witch. It's a but attached to this. Am I correct? Oh, sorry, so you guys can see. Um, it's not going to happen right away. Yes, it is. No, it is not. It's going to take time. She has to work her way up. From the bottom up. So she has to learn patience to do this. Part of her lesson. Oh, very big, strong, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's evident. Okay. Different energy, but okay. Thank you. Can you reset, please? Thank you. Okay. Paranormal Witch, it looks like, yeah, you'll get a professional job, but don't think you're getting it tomorrow. it's going to take you time, it's going to take effort, and you're going to have patience. You are going to have to work from the bottom up. It's not just going to come to you. You're going to have to put in effort, and it's part of your lesson according to whomever we're communicating with. Um I think you'll get it, but it was a weak yes. So I think you're probably a couple of years out from it. Oh, higher education? Is that what she's going to need? Higher education? Yes, she is. No, she isn't. So it's saying yes, and it's getting stronger. Oops. Sorry, it just moved my fingers. That was me. Higher education. But you know what's interesting? It doesn't feel like it's like going to a 4-year university or something like that. But some almost a type of trade school, almost like that type of higher education that will set you up, learning some type of computer science or something with technology and math. But definitely higher education is going to lead you to what you need. So thank you, whoever is communicating with us. All right, Owen, do you have any secret admirers? Okay. um, so this is for Owen. I'm trying to get it to where you guys can see that it's not me moving this. All right, this is for Owen. Out of curiosity, does he have any secret admirers? Yes, he does. No, he does not. Well, does anyone like him? Romantically, that is. Really? Nothing? Yes, nothing. No, something. Well, shoot. Um, at the moment, Owen is saying no, you don't have any admirers. I don't know how true that is, but okay, to confirm he doesn't have any admirers, can you just go still? No movement? Oh, shoot. Um, okay, no matter what I say, just don't move, please. Are you going go north to south? Go in a circle. Go left to right. Okay, now you can move. Just to confirm, Owen has no admirers. Can you go north to south, please? And can you do it as hard as possible so the people on stream can see? Oh, shoot. Well, okay, it's going north to south. All right, thank you. Thank you for the answer. Owen, apparently you don't have any secret admirers at the moment. Um, Sorry? I don't know. I'm sure someone will pop up though. So I wouldn't take it to heart. And yeah, we're all a little crazy. Okay, and Dice, will Santa Muerte work with you? Now that's an interesting question. Hmm. Okay. So this is going back to dice, and this is in regards to Santa Muerte. Will Santa Muerte work with dice control? Okay, so dice, this is interesting because I feel this is a two-parter. Will Santa Muerte work with dice? So it's saying yes, but it's kind of a weak yes. And that's why I think it's a two-parter. Will dice connect with Santa Muerte? And now this is where it gets interesting because it's not saying no, it's not saying yes. It's a weird, you need to think about that before you work with Santa Muerte. It might not be right for you, and you could be getting caught up in a little bit of the fluff. It's some, oops, let me lower that. Sorry, guys. Um, it's someone else he should be working with. Working with or learning from. If it's working with, go north to south. If it's learning from, go east to west, please. It's shifting to east to west. You need to be learning from something else, someone else. I don't know if Santa Muerte is the right person or deity entity. Now that's interesting because you said it's Shimyaza and it's shifting to yes. Wow, strong yes. Very strong yes. But thank you for the answers. Thank you. Um, well, let's ask Paranormal Witch. So if you haven't done so yet, please hit the like button. I think I've earned it this time. Or you can hit dislike, that's fine. But preferably hit the like button. And tell your friends, let them know, hey, go check out this crazy black guy. He's interesting. And if it'll help more, just say I'm a stripper. That makes no sense. Okay. Um, who is this for? Oh, yes. So, does Paranormal Witch need to finish her GED for. Wow, I didn't even finish the question. It's just saying yes. She has to get her GED first. Well, it's a step. It's a step by step process. That's what it is, isn't it? Yeah, okay. You see, Paranormal Witch, you're almost trying to skip steps here. It's a step by step process with you. Stop skipping. Get your GED. And once you get your GED, you'll get higher education. Once you get your higher education, you get better jobs and stuff like that. You you have to go step by step. So it almost feels like you need to make a plan and write out, see your path. Yeah, see your path, man. You know, the job should be the end goal. I mean, the professional job should be the end goal. GED first. From there, some type of trade school or some type of higher education. And that leads to the professional job. Maybe even a promotion from the current job, but you need to go by steps. You're skipping steps, and that's not good. It doesn't want that. Step by step. And I just saw a name and I can't find it. Oh, gosh darn it. I am so sorry. Someone just came in and, oh, thank you for the answers. Someone just came in and I didn't see your name, and I don't know where it is. I am so sorry for that. Where is it? Farji Masid? Is that it? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm probably butchering your name, but hello and welcome. All right, so Owen, I have a question. Is there a demon trying to contact me? All right. Let's find out. Let's see if we can get another answer here. So this is for Owen again. Is there a demon, or you know what? Demon doesn't feel right. Demon doesn't feel right. I don't think we should say demon, Owen. Is there an entity or an energy or deity? Is there something beyond trying to connect with Owen? This is a very strong yes. And let me lower my hand so again you guys can see I'm not moving. Sorry about that. I'm bad at that. But is there an entity, a deity, an energy trying to connect with Owen? Would it be considered a demon? What about a daemon? It's not a jinn, is it? Something else entirely. God? Goddess? So it's in that realm, some type of that type of deity? Middle Eastern? Not really. Okay, so it can be portrayed. Oh, okay, all right, all right. Give me a second. Give me a second. Trying to get the info. All right, so possibly a god or goddess. Um, Now it went diagonal, and oh, it's not a jinn. It went diagonal, and it's saying that uh, right there. Yes, yes, it is. I don't use it too much, mostly because well, it'll be hard to see. I would have to adjust the camera and all that stuff, and on this laptop, it will just bleh. So, um, when I get the new one, though, you better believe I will show it off more. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so it said Middle Eastern, but not quite. So I'm thinking it's multiple things. So it can be. It has portrayed Middle Eastern gods and also Western gods. So is it one deity? No, it's not one deity. Is it two? Three? Three. Three deities. Are they all gods? Well, okay, could they all be considered gods or goddesses from various cultures? Oh, just switched to no, not from various cultures. So that's interesting. But definitely some type of connection with the Middle East and Western society or Western gods. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, Owen, to answer your question, not demon, daemon, demonic, but something that we would technically consider a god or goddess, and it's not one, it's apparently three. And and yeah, evidently they are going to connect with you like one way or another. You know, if they want to speak to you, they'll find a way. So that's something to pay attention to. All right, Dice. Last question. Would Lilith work with me? Okay, so Dice, I can't actually answer that. I can't use the pendulum for that And the reason for that is because Lilith was kind of banned from my from my vicinity. You know what? We could try to answer it, but I will ask Pearl to come through and answer it. Oh, hello, Dreamy. Oh, and you saw an interesting face. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Well, hopefully it was a pretty face. Okay. So we will try to answer. Hopefully Pearl will answer for us. So, um Pearl, can you show up, please? Okay. Hello, Pearl. I know this is probably not something you really want to do, and I appreciate you doing it. So, in regards to Dice and Lilith, that you know of, will she? It, wow, Pearl, you're just automatically going to know. Would Lilith work with Dice? Okay. Is he supposed to work with her? Oh, okay. Is there someone else that he's supposed to work with? It's going to, yeah, it's someone else. It's not Lilith. Lilith isn't the one for you, which is understandable. Lilith is Lilith comes to you. You don't go to her. It's someone else. Okay, thank you, Pearl. Dice, it's someone apparently like you're not supposed to work with Lilith. It's someone else. I'm curious as to who, but someone else. That's interesting. You know, you must already have the being, deity, whatever we want to call them, the energy around you, Dice, because things shifted so quick for you. And I'm thinking it's just a matter of you sitting down and speaking to them, speaking with them, and communicating in some way. I'm thinking that's what needs to happen. So I would definitely recommend you, like I told Paranormal Witch earlier, just yap. You know, sit down and speak with them and see what happens. You know, because I think it's already there. I think it's just a matter of you feeling them now and hearing them. And you probably already have an idea on who or what it is. That's totally possible. Oh yeah, JS. That's another one I had on the show who was really cool. That was a fun talk. If you guys haven't seen that, that's one you should definitely check out. It was very, very, very good. So check that one out too. So yeah, it's possible that it's Shimiaza, but it is something that's already around you. That's what it feels like. I don't think you need to seek anything out. I think you just need to at this point put into action. Hope that makes sense. Yeah, put it into action. With Santa Muerte, that I would be cautious with working because she or he can get jealous. So yeah, I would be very, very cautious working with Santa Muerte. Yeah, no problem, Dice. No problem. Oh, and we are going on hour 3. Again, this was only supposed to be 30 to 40 minutes. And now we're going on hour 3. So, oh, I gotta hold up. Thank you, whoever was communicating with us, to everyone who communicated with us. We appreciate the answers and your time that you gave us. Thank you. So, we're going to shut you down now. Thank you. All right, so I think what we'll do is we'll get a general, yeah, I'll do a general tarot pool, and this will be for everyone, just to see. Yeah, she can be kind of jealous. It's no kindness. She can get jealous. I mean, working with her, you'll see results and everything, but you definitely have to work with her. You know, that's someone that I probably wouldn't get along with. Uh so yeah, that would go bad for me. All right, let's knock the energy off and okay. So this is Raphael's deck. So uh if you guys can ask Raphael to, just help you or help us see what we're supposed to see and what message he has, because he could be a little grumpy, and I think it'll be fun just, putting him on blast, putting him on the spot. So, Raphael, this is your deck, and I am asking you to share your guidance, your light with us. You are a messenger, which is interesting. So, please, if at all possible, share with us. And I still haven't done this yet. I need to do it. I keep saying I will, but I have video footage of Raphael. Well, okay, not video footage of him, but Bonnie was using the Ouija board and she was trying to get in contact with him for me. And I have footage of her reaction when he did. And oh my gosh, she got thumbed. He thumbed her in her thigh. Apparently, he was annoyed. And same thing happened with Angie. Actually, she wanted to feel his energy, and she just really wanted to feel it very badly. And I said, okay, well, I'll ask him. It's up to him because he's very much his own person. And it was only for a split second, but she freaking jumped. It caught her off guard. She jumped and was just like, "Ah!" And yeah, it was very interesting. So yeah, funnily enough, I've never felt the energy. So I've never felt it. Oh, Urian. God darn your name, Jay. Different Raphael, not Archangel. I'm assuming that's who you're alluding to. But let's see. Let's give it one more mix. Well, that's fine. Well, not like I said. The problem is I want to say Urian and then Jurian, and then of course you're like, oh, just call me Jay. So I'm making you look like you have split personality here. So paranormal witch, better be careful, man. You don't know. Are you getting Jurian? Are you getting Urian? Or are you getting Jay? Jay is the cool, laid back, almost hipster like dude, and then Urian is the sophisticated, suave guy, and Jurian, he's the lover. He's like, hey baby, let's make love, let's get it on. Oh, now I'm disturbing the cat. All right, all right, all right. Last mix. Last mix. Let's see. I'm very curious to see what we got. Oh, interesting. I might actually have to split this in two. Wait, let me try that one more time. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. So this is the Llewellyn Tarot. It's interesting. Okay, so Nine of Pentacles at the bottom. Nine of Pentacles is usually coming out of something bad, which, I mean, that would be nice because we're all still in this freaking virus and we're all in it together. But it's coming to a clearing, it's getting out of that. It's almost like we as a whole are feeling like, okay, the end is near in a positive way. All this mess I went through, it's almost over. It's going to be a thing of the past. We are going to escape the hardships and enter into something more blissful and happy. Well, blissful means happiness, so I don't know why I said blissful and happy, but um, it's escaping. It's escaping fear. It's escaping bad vibes. It's coming through the worst of it. The worst of it will be behind us, and it's almost like we as a group collective are feeling that. Like we can start anew. We have something new happening now. We're through the worst of it. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. So usually Pentacles have to do with money. Actually, yeah, with that one. Pentacles usually have to do with money, but I don't think this is for money. Not yet. Sorry. Um, this is more like perseverance. This is more like holding your ground, not giving up. Us not giving up, holding your ground, staying steady, and you'll see that the fruit of your labors will come. Things will open up, things blossom. So if you stay true to yourself, if you didn't give up hope, if you didn't quit on yourself, you're going to blossom. It pays off. Even if you wanted to, even if you couldn't see the end of the tunnel, it evens out. Like, you had to stand your ground. That was one of the biggest things. I think this was a lesson for everyone, is learning how to stand your ground, not back down from challenge, and almost accept the challenge and accept that, yeah, you're going to get punched, but don't let it stop you. Don't let it deter you. Be stubborn, stay on your path. And if you did that, you are blossoming, you're rewarded, your labors pay off. Oopsie. Then we have the Six of Swords. There we go. Oh, go away, glare. There we go. Okay, Six of Swords, going to, again, a new beginning, a clearing, leaving something behind that just wasn't good. So we're looking for our break. Like Dice said there, we're looking for our break. We are trying to leave something behind. We're trying to just put the past behind us. And that's hard to do because we had to take mess. We had to take it, had to get slapped around, almost beaten up, and it's just annoying. We had to take it just so we can start anew, start over, finally get that opportunity, selling into opportunity that you so waited for. Your patience will pay off because it's going to bring you towards opportunity. However, it's always a but. Five of Wands. Okay, so conflict. It's still not an easy path. You are still going to have to fight. Just because things come to you, it doesn't mean it's over. It doesn't mean Oh, okay. Bye, sweet pea. You're leaving. Um, I'll take this. Actually, I'm probably going to have to let her out to use the restroom soon. But anyway, this doesn't mean it doesn't mean that yes, now you can relax, you can rest up. No, it's saying that it's still going to be a fight. There's still conflict. There's still things that happen. You can't rest yet. You're getting to that point, but there's still more you have to do. There's still a struggle. So it looks like we're probably going to get hit with some bad news. And how you handle that will determine where you go. If you're able to accept it and not let it deter you, you're fine. But if you let it get to you, you let it beat you down, then there's an issue. But there is conflict coming, there is a fight coming, there is hardship, more hardship coming right when you thought, I'm out, I'm clear, I'm smooth, I'm free. Not just yet. It's still more you're going to have to deal with. There's a little more you have to deal with. Oh, but there's a lesson to this. Interesting. We're all learning a lesson from this, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. I like to say that aces are gifts from the universe. You could say gifts from the gods, gifts from your ancestors, whatever you want to say. But bottom line is, it's usually a gift from something somewhere, and it's up to us to accept said gift. We don't have to, it's still your choice, but sometimes it's good taking it. And Pentacles, again, usually has to do with financials, but I'm not entirely sure this is financials. This is more like blossoming again, growth. Slow growth, but growth. This is more like it's saying your gift is to yourself, because you will see the growth that you've had. You will see that you're stronger than you thought. You are able to handle what you thought you couldn't handle, especially when this unseen conflict shows back up. You don't let it beat you down. And because you don't do that, because you have experience now, because you have an understanding that you didn't have before, you're able to deal with it, and you grow in ways that you didn't think you were going to grow in. Again, more blossoming. So there is, I won't say a shift in energy, but there is an expansion of energy. Your energy grows. You yourself as a person grows to where things aren't a bother. And you will get a chance to experience that. That's very interesting. You are going to have a chance to grow. Opportunity is coming for growth, for blossoming, for dealing with everything you had to deal with. But the cost to get to that is having to deal with more conflict, unfortunately. But that's the lesson there. That is the lesson. It's dealing with conflict. It's showing that you're not going to lose. You're not going to be beaten down. And once you learn that lesson, once you pass through that lesson, that's when we get to the Magician. And this is a brilliant card to end on, because the Magician is a master of everything. This is our goal: to become the Magician, to become sorcerers, witches, everything. And to get to that point, we have to deal with hardships, unfortunately. We have to learn lessons. we have to be able to learn how to walk away. But in the end, we get stronger for it. We will become the magician. We will master what we need to master. So, for a better example, we'll use Paranormal Witch. Paranormal Witch, you will get your GED. You will get your professional job. You will make more money. You will tell whoever did you wrong to kiss your butt and say your name. We will be the magician. It's just we still have a journey to get there, and it's like one more big conflict we have to get through. But we will get there. And we prosper, we understand. And once you become that magician, nothing stops you. All barriers become insignificant. So I think that is a good spot to end it. All barriers become insignificant. There are no barriers. That's something to remember too. There are no barriers. So hopefully that made some sense. I don't know if it did or didn't. But hopefully it does. Well, yeah, mind over matter, darn it. There are no spoons. It's a shame those other Matrix movies aren't that good. For me, they're not that good. I love part 1, but the other ones, not interested in. And I doubt I'll see this fourth one either. But yeah, so I think that is where I will call it a night. I have to now let the cat out to do her business. I need to cook a pork chop, and I probably want to get some ice cream, but I don't have any ice cream. Honestly, don't see the other ones. It's not worth it. Don't see them. But thank you guys again for stopping by, hanging out with me. Holy Christ, over 3 hours. Um, like, I'm happy you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned. More stuff is coming to Unexplained Possibilities. So some of the smaller videos, and if you haven't checked those out, be sure to check out the smaller videos. They're all in playlists. The Too Crazy to Believes, the Tell Me About It, the top 10 list. I need to get back on the Fool's Tarot. I will eventually do that. And of course, the main shebang, the Unexplained Possibilities podcast. So check all that out. Thank you again for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.